OMG, this is really scary, and we gotta talk about it. Because the more details that come out, the darker and more disturbing it gets by the hour. In case you haven't heard, private investigator Steve Fisher just broke his silence. And what he's now saying, he personally saw inside David's Los Angeles home, is enough to make your stomach turn. For months, Fisher hinted that what he encountered during the investigation was sadistic stuff. He refused to elaborate, until now. Well, here it is. According to Fisher, inside the home was a 52-pound DR brand burn cage. Not a grill, not a fireplace accessory. A burn cage capable of reaching 1,600 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, let that sink in for a second. Full cremation requires around 1,400 degrees. This device exceeds that. So the question everybody's asking is simple and chilling. Why would something designed to burn at cremation level temperatures be inside a private residence? Especially a residence now linked to the disappearance and alleged dismemberment of Celeste Rivas. Fisher is now openly stating that this burn cage may have been purchased to dispose of her remains. And if that's true, we're no longer talking about coincidence. We're talking about potential intent. And here's where it gets even more suspicious. Fisher claims he got evidence the burn cage was delivered to the house under a fake name, a fake identity, a deliberate attempt to conceal ownership. That's not accidental behavior. That's not normal. That's not something you do if you're just barbecuing on a Sunday afternoon. So the million-dollar question becomes, why didn't LAPD treat this as evidence when they searched the property? Was it overlooked? Was it dismissed? Or is there more happening behind the scenes that the public simply doesn't know yet? Because from the outside looking in, this feels unreal. We're talking about a case involving a young girl's body in a trunk, dismemberment, alleged body disposal tools, false names, and still, no arrests, no charges, no cuffs, no accountability. What is really going on? And the story itself? It's fragmented, disjointed, confusing. Every new piece of information seems to contradict the last. Honestly, the more I think about what we know so far, it feels like one of two things happened. Either this was a group of young people who panicked, made horrifying decisions out of fear, and then spiraled, trying to cover it up. Or this was planned. And if it was planned, that would explain the inconsistencies, the fake names, the equipment, and the silence. Panic creates chaos. Planning creates gaps that don't quite line up, but still leave a trail. So will anyone ever be charged in this case? That depends on one thing: evidence that can survive a courtroom, not just social media scrutiny. Prosecutors don't move on vibes. They move on proof. Digital records, purchase trails, forensic links, witness cooperation. And if that burn cage can be tied definitively to intent or use, that changes everything. If charges come, they won't be fast. But when they come, they'll come heavy. Until then, this case sits in that uncomfortable space where the evidence feels overwhelming, but the justice feels delayed. And that's why people are so disturbed by this story. Because it doesn't feel real, but it is. Now, I really want to hear from you. Do you think this was panic or premeditation? And should that burn cage have triggered immediate charges? Drop your thoughts in the comments and help us grow the channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace.